I'm curious about the use of AI when it comes to tailoring resumes to match with ATS tools for employers' use. So I think that's it's a great question, Jason. So first of all, let's go back and make sure everybody understands. So an ATS is an applicant tracking system that a lot of large enterprises can use to help them sift, sort, and manage the process of applications in mostly large organizations. There's not many small businesses that use ATSs. And something a lot of people hear a lot about or worry a lot about is maybe the resume getting sorted out because the ATSs are looking kind of for keyword searches or keywords, key phrases, and your resume or application could be ranked up or down depending on how it performs against that. So just make sure everybody's on the same page. One of the things I would say is that of all of the recruiters that I know that work in kind of larger companies, they certainly may use some of the ATS tools to help them, but they also tend to review most of the resumes. I think there is an opportunity to really understand how generative AI can help you identify the skills, the terms, and so on that a recruiter is looking for. So your first kind of go-to would be making sure you've analyzed the job posting. Now, generative AI can do that really quickly. I'm going to come back to it in a minute, but I'm going to talk about first as if you were doing it kind of manually yourself. You want to be able to go through and make sure you've analyzed the job posting, and not only the job posting you're applying to, but other similar jobs to identify what are the skills, experiences, qualifications, and maybe even if you can get a sense of, what are the more important and put the skills and experiences in some kind of a ranked order. And I used to teach this a lot to MBA students and other students where we'd have a process where you'd go through similar job postings, you would go to have informational interviews, you would kind of really try and understand and get a ranked list of the skills, experiences, phrases, terms that would be relevant for the job that you're really interested in. And I would argue that there's still a lot of things like informational interviews and other things that are very valuable to do, but it was always a very manual process to do that kind of analysis and ranking. So what are the tools? And one of the tools that I mentioned that we're going to be excited to release is where you can actually have your resume and it can understand your resume. And then it can compare your resume to the job postings that are available. Not just, the job titles that you can think of to search, but all job postings, and compare the skills and experiences that you have in your resume to all of the required skills and experiences that employers are looking for in all publicly posted jobs that the tool has access to. So that is a huge dramatic saving in understanding how you may rank or match to a role that is posted, because it will not only, like I said, take the jobs that you may be aware of by searching a specific job title, but it will look at all jobs. So really effective at doing that, and then giving you kind of a rank and giving you helping you understand how you can actually improve your resume. So not just you obviously can only put in your resume and so on, and in your cover letter and so on, skills that you actually have, but helping you identify the skills where you may be able to develop or that you might not have that you could take training in is another really key kind of cool tool and feature that of the tool we're going to be releasing very soon that will help identify training. So here I have a resume. This is how it compares to all the jobs that are available, say in Toronto. And these are the skills that are missing. And this is the where you may be able to beef up those skills by different online training or different courses that you may be able to take. So a lot of the tools that are starting to emerge and come out to help with career kind of exploration and application and preparation. So you can even use Gen AI tools to help you prepare for an interview, etc., find salary information, etc., etc. So there are a lot of things that these tools can do and will continue to help. But there are also still things that you can do individually around, and while using this tool, you'd be able to, for example, you should still do informational interviews and other things that will help you get an understanding of the roles you're pursuing. But it's a really good question, Jason, and it is definitely something that generative AI will help speed up the process. Now, I would caution to a certain degree using like just basic, ChatGPT tools or Microsoft Copilot or any other kind of large language model. There are, again, tools coming that will be trained specifically for this purpose and will have the right kind of data, and will be designed to ensure that you're getting kind of those correct kind of rankings and matching. So keep an eye out for kind of custom built tools. Certainly ChatGPT and other tools are useful, but you really need to be careful. If you ask ChatGPT to, modify your resume with the wrong prompt, you might find out you have a lot of experiences that are not actually real and so on. So just be aware of that and so on. But I would certainly use the different tools you have at hand in your job search in those ways.